Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another counter-side video. Alright, so a bunch of new updates just kicked in. So if you guys are not aware, today is the day of the update. Maintenance was earlier today. And yes, let's talk about those. Before that, couple of PSAs. Number one, go to the shop right here because you might have seen the red dot right here. Alright, so everybody should be getting this free gift. 50th day free gift for everyone. So you'll be getting all these 500 quartz, 500k gold, 3 employment contracts, and couple of black tickets. Enough to do one pool if you want to try to, gamble for Awaken Yomina. So make sure you guys come here and do so. Yeah, there's a couple others like this one, which is pretty good, I guess, if you want to support the game. But yeah, let me just give you guys a bit of warning. Alright, so some of you guys might be, oh, I'm just going to come to the mail and I'm just going to click get all. Be careful with that. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the things that I've discovered. Also, yeah, somebody did DM me on Discord. Man, my mind is all over the place, so apologize if this video is not like in the proper format. So obviously you can recruit Adele and stuff. I'm going to live stream later my pools and stuff, and then alongside with that, we do have Chifuyu banner still there and the recruit on demand, the regular banner. But if you go right here, right, you can see these are limited, but in the recruit on demand, the standard banner, there's a chance to obtain the twins. Irons and Zwei is here. There's a chance to obtain them. 0.16% is fairly low, but you can have a chance to obtain them in your free daily pools. So that's something to keep in mind. Apparently, immediately after the battle pass ends, they were added to this standard pool of banners. So you can get, there's a chance to get them. This is not their exclusive banner, but they are already added right here. Hopefully they will have their own exclusive banners in the future. Okay, so let's jump into the event stages. I want to talk a little bit about the event stages because it's something that annoys me a little. I'm not sure about you guys, but the event stages, if you guys are not aware, for the normal right now, you cannot complete it all the way to 100%. Therefore, you can't access hard, which is very annoying. Alright, as you guys can see, I've already completed all the event Act 1. And for you to access the event, the next one, which is the Act 2, right? For Act 2, we will need to wait for a week. And therefore, you can't do hard. And therefore, I don't know, man. I think this event is going to last for a long time. So here's my advice for you guys. Alright, after doing this event a couple of times, I do have a screenshot right here. You can see you have a chance to obtain Rivet right here, but you should be able to obtain her regardless from these old field missions. I saw that she's right here. You can get one of her here. You can get one of her there. Let me just claim her right here. Right? So Rivet is an SR. Again, waifu and all, I understand that. My point being, I did compare the amount of Eternium to, what do you want to call this? The letter of society, this currency, right? This event currency right here. And it's just very bad to constantly farm in this particular stage at 1-8. So obviously my data is based upon the previous event stages. Like I can easily compare these to, I did this video a while back for the previous one, the Valentine's event. So as you guys can see, the normal stages previously was 560 Eterniums, and that will give you 11 chocolates, right? As opposed to right now, 520, it only gives you 7. Which is really a bad ratio for the time being. So my advice is, if you are free to play, you're someone that you don't buy Eternium every day, right? Like these things, you can purchase this every day. I would say hold on to your Eterniums for as long as you can, until next week preferably, because usually the hard operation will have a better ratio for this, for the Eternium to the event currency ratio. If you are looking just to min-max. Now again, my data is based upon the previous events, alright? So the first Crossroads event for the Joshi Young and Carrying Wong, and the previous Valentine Chocolate event. So based on those two, this event stage is just, I wouldn't say it's worth it to farm continuously. I wouldn't waste your Eterniums right here. It might be more important to free-to-play players compared to someone who is like spending quartz for Eterniums every day. I would say this thing is very tempting to click the get all right here. You do get 20,000 Eternium right here, right? If you guys are not aware, this is for the 50th day anniversary thing, celebration or whatever. That's a lot of Eternium. So you might want to save this for later if you're trying to spam the event stages. Maybe save this for next week. In 7 days, can you resist from clicking the get all button? Alright, this thing will be here for 29 days, right? You have to claim this. This will expire. This is the maintenance thing. You have to claim that for sure. But the rest, I mean the Eternium right here, I'm going to save it for next week if I can. Ratio wise, right? Let's go to the exchange shop. As you can see, I'm not sure if it's fair to compare with the other previous events because what you get from the shop is a little bit different. Like right here you can see you're getting most of these things actually are cheaper compared to like these things where you can purchase equipments and stuff, and most of these things are slightly pricier because like for example the special sheet schematics, this is 500, right? But when you go here, there are some like 500, but this one is 250, 150. Like the only expensive one is this one, the business sedan, which is 1500, and the background ESPR, which is 500. It's quite a weird event format, but yeah, the hard stage is basically locked for the time being. Alright, so just so you know, you can obtain 4 rivets from here. So 1 here, you can obtain 2 and 3, and then there's one more that I've already claimed, right? All the way down here. Alright, so keep in mind 4 from here, and then if you go to this one right here from the exchange shop, this one you 150 shards in total. That means you can make 2 more rivets because you only need 70. So that means you can have 6 in total. So if you're trying to get her to 110, which is your goal or whatever, without using those soldier cores, you might need to farm the other rivets from the event stages, right? Again, I do want to keep in mind that from my point of view, I'm looking at this, that I'm assuming that the hard stages should have a chance to obtain the rivet as well. If there's no chance of you to obtain her in the hard stages, then maybe you have to come back to these stages anyways. But there should be plenty of time to hold on to your Eterniums if you guys are wondering, because even though we still have to wait for 6 more days, right, to get the Act 2, which is required to do hard, that will take 7 more days or 6 more days right here, right? But the event has 20 more days. By then you still have 12 more days to complete or to farm in total in the hard stages, so I think there's plenty of time. Also, in case you guys are wondering about the business sedan, this thing sucks. It doesn't do anything. All it does is increase speed for ally operatives by 12%. That's all. There's no attack. Don't use this for PvP, alright? Unless you just want to like let people farm points from you. Okay, let's have a look at Rivet shortly because since she's the one that's particularly enabled in the event stage, so let's talk about her a little bit. Now, she's a soldier. If you have plenty of those soldier cores, you can consider working on her. She's a ranger, she's an all-around attack, and the good thing is she's a budget, pretty cheap, relatively cheap cost unit at 2 costs. I really like that. Alright, let's have a look at her stats. 28,000 HP, alright, attack is 2.8k, the other stats are subpar. So in terms of skills, she basically has 1 basic, 1 passive, and basically 1 special skill at the end. So what she does is fires a rifle at that target in front. Nothing special right here. The passive skill though allows her to inflict 50% more damage on counters and corrupted objects. Similar to Kang So-young in a way, but hers is not an aura or something that affects her teammates. This is only affecting herself. 50% more is going to be quite substantial if you're trying to counter some units, and I do think that she might be a somewhat decent option in a lot of soldier teams. Alright, as you can see, debuff resistance plus 50%, HP plus 25%. A lot of people have been asking me what the heck is debuff resistance. That means resistance to basically hit, stun, and or any other debuffs, right? So blind, etc. So you have a chance to resist those. Alright, so special skill. This is very interesting. 20 seconds cooldown right here. Alright, fires a cannonball inflicting damage on and around the foremost target. Enemy counters and corrupted objects, alright, lose 15% of attack for 10 seconds. So it inflicts 50% more damage on melee ground targets. So that means those defenders, those strikers that are on the ground, it will inflict more damage on them. So let me see if I can show it to you guys how her skill is like. So at 2 costs, I would say she's pretty good actually. She shouldn't be that bad. Obviously, she's not exactly like top tier or anything. But yeah, this is the skill that she's using. I would say very good skill right there. In terms of builds, there's 2 ways that you can build her. You can either go attack speed if you want to, or you could go skill cooldown. If you want to, that could be an option just for her to spam this skill more often, right? Because it's such a huge AoE right there. Valid hits 2 is pretty decent. It does relatively good damage against defenders, and since she's a ranger, she's going to be able to spam this towards defenders and strikers as well. So I would say she's a decent unit For PvE and PvP, obviously for PvP it's gonna depend on what kind of comps you're trying to run. If you're trying to utilize a soldier team, she's not going to be too bad. Alright, so make sure you guys do not miss this event. Like, she's exclusive to the current event. Alright, if you miss her in this event, you're probably you're gonna miss her out for a very long time until the event makes a comeback, because you know there's no way to obtain her from the regular standard banner. So that's something to keep in mind. Like in the future, if she ever gets buff in PvP, you know, if you don't have her, that's just very unfortunate. So yeah, make sure you guys obtain her, as many of her as you can. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later in the live stream. We're gonna do some pulls. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.